before you go, I just want to say something about this episode, because it wasn't just a casual conversation. What Claire shared today takes real courage. In a culture where privacy is the norm and judgment is loud, especially for women, especially in the Chinese community, choosing to speak openly about her life, her marriage, her family, and the battles she's faced, that's powerful. Claire isn't someone who usually puts herself out there. She protects her space, her kids, her energy, and rightly so. But what she gave us in this episode was raw, real, and rare. She's the type of person who doesn't just talk, she acts. She lives her truth, even when it doesn't fit the mold. And for any woman out there, especially those caught between cultural expectations and personal freedom, I hope Claire's story reminds you that strength doesn't always come with noise. Sometimes it comes with quiet decisions and bold actions. This is exactly what Life Mode is about, showing the honest sides of life, identity, and growth through real people. So if Claire's story hits something in you, share it. Talk about it. Let someone else hear it who needs to. We need more voices like hers in the world. In your own words today, who was Claire growing up in the United Kingdom?
So who was I? Who am I?
Yeah, well, let's go like, who are you?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, British born, Chinese, obviously. I see myself as Chinese before anything else. Growing up, a lot of the times where I was, it was very common for me to be the only Chinese person. But I don't think I ever really felt out of place. I've always felt quite normal, if you know what I mean. Like some people might think, oh, there's only one of me. I didn't really feel that. I think I got perceived as a bit of a rebel, but I didn't feel like one, but I got looked upon as one. And I did get in a bit of trouble growing up. I think a lot of people might say I might be a bit outspoken, very opinionated. I like to stand up for what I believe. So I'm not really one to sort of just keep quiet, which is, as you might know, what the typical Chinese person wants you to be. Seen but not really heard, yeah, especially children. So I got into trouble quite a bit. Yeah, but who I am now, I've calmed down a lot. Obviously, I'm a mother, a wife. So I need to, yeah, I've grown up loads.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I've changed. I've just learnt how to maybe say things better, think about what I'm saying and saying it in the right way. But I would say I'm still the same person. And maybe even now, I might still get seen as a bit of a rebel.
Comparison to where you were before, because now you're using your control for yourself to see the environment, if you can use that boldness, that up straight front and your opinion, because sometimes, well, I get that as well, because sometimes like we all have opinions and stuff, and there's a right time to do it, there's not a right time to do it, depends on your scenario and area and stuff like that. Yeah, I completely get that.
I think you've got to gauge like the audience and such, like who you're talking to.
You were born in Northampton.
Yeah.
And you lived pretty much most of your life in Northampton.
In and around, Northamptonshire. Moved to London as well for a bit. But yeah, I'd say this is where my home is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got siblings as well.
Yeah, which none of them are here anymore.
Yeah.
They're all spread out, but yeah, still got siblings.
So you're like, since like a childhood, your siblings were tight, and were they really close to each other? Obviously you have fights here and there, that's just to be...
Yeah, we were actually really close, very close. Obviously distance-wise, not close, but yeah, we are really close. I speak to one of my sisters, my second sister. I speak to her almost daily.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally all of us are really close. I think it's because the way we grew up together, experiencing the same things and the strictness in the household, you kind of have to stick together to get through it.
Yeah, because this is the thing that between my family and your family, because we are three brothers, like me, the oldest, and two younger brothers and stuff like that. We hardly ever talk.
Oh,
We just we play video games a lot,
yeah.
but we didn't really have chance to actually go out. We do go out here and there, but
Mm.
we were so fixated our own things, and we would study. I'm not a study person. I would just end up going playing with my mates and stuff. And two of my brothers, they'll be bookworms and just playing video games, and then
Yeah.
blah 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 blah, and they'll be like A star students. I'll be like the BEAFs. No, I think my highest one's a C, man. Let me correct that myself.
Okay.
So yeah, so I've never really been that close. We've been close, but not that close. Like you're kind of close. When you say like, oh, you're doing something with your brother or sister or
Yeah.
something like that, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like it's not like what's the word I'm trying to say? I'm jealous that like you have that bond with your family, but saying that, you're the only family that I know that is that tight with your brother siblings.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, but saying that, I don't know many Chinese people in Northampton.
Okay, well, as you know, I do. And when I'm thinking about all the Chinese families that I know, I have to say there are some that are really tight. I know a couple of sisters that actually live together, have a house together, they do everything together. But they're not like that with all their siblings. They're like that, them two are. I also have some like second cousins that aren't close at all. So I think it's a bit of a mixture, but I am very well aware that me and my siblings, we are very close. And people do comment on it as well. They're like, you're so close. Like, yeah, we are. And my middle sister, although obviously I love all my siblings, especially my older sister as well, but my middle sister, I always say, we've got like this little joke, we call each other our connection. We almost feel like we're one person split in two. We finish off each other's sentences, we think the same, sometimes we blurt out the exact same thing.
Right.
Yeah, we're just like, we're so connected. Yeah, it's funny.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I never have that sort of moment unless
No.
playing video games, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Like I've been.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, like, even though my parents were really strict and they didn't show us that affectionate love, my mum always banged on about you have to be close to your siblings. They always said that because end of the day, parents are not always going to be here. So that's who you got left.
That could be a thing. That could be a thing, because my parents, they all just focus on working so much, and then like when they have sort of time to go on holiday, my mum likes to take us back to Hong Kong once every year and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but this is the thing. I brought up my dad's family. My uncle just went there. Matter of fact, my dad's older brother. I didn't know my dad had an older brother.
Oh.
He moved to Ireland, and when his oldest daughter, no, I could be wrong. One of them got married.
Your cousin then?
Yeah, one of my cousin got married, same line.
Yeah.
And are we going to Ireland? I was like, what for? Going wedding. I'm like, okay. Who are we going wedding for? Oh, your cousin.
Yeah.
It's like, I did not know I had a cousin for the past 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it shows like the bond, family bond, is a little bit not as tight.
Yeah.
I thought that was a common thing.
Okay.
Because like working in Chinese community, everyone's just kind of like, you know, that Chinese sort of environment and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
so for me, like I said to you all the time, saying when I see you as a tight family, we've never been brought up with that kind of morale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've always been taught like, hey, money's important. Go do your education. Go do your thing. And I'm pretty sure, not saying that your parents didn't say, "I'll go to education," but they at least say, be close to your family members.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mum and dad, to my memory serve right, they never actually say it out loud.
Oh, okay. My mum and dad, back in the day, whenever we used to sit down, or just whenever you're getting told off, right?
Yeah.
It would turn into what we call a lecture. It would go from being maybe naughty in that thing to life. We'd say, "Oh, mum is talking about life again," and even though they were always busy, as you know, the takeaway life does.
Yeah.
She always reverted to talking about life, family, making sure you do this and do that. So actually, even though everything was revolved around the takeaway,
Yeah.
whenever my mum got a chance, I say my mum all the time. Obviously, I do have my mum and my dad, but my mum was the talker. I mean, you know my mum, right? She's very dominant. She is like the, you know, there's like the man of the house. She's like the man of the house, you know. She's really, you know, anyone that actually knows my mum, like especially growing up, they were actually a bit scared of her. Even friends, they were a little bit wary, like scared of my mum because she's so dominant. So she always sat us down, always had a word, always just went on and on and on. Yeah, till it like was ingrained in our heads.
You reckon that sort of like attitude from your mum got implanted into you?
I think it did to all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually looking back, it helped us. It obviously was beneficial because you do need to, you know, love your family and be close to your siblings, and you know everyone's got different upbringings and stuff. But family is so important, in my opinion. It is. And yeah, my mum always spoke about family and family values and morals and all that kind of stuff.
So, did you feel or didn't feel quite fit at the traditional Chinese sort of mold? Because obviously, like, you're with British-born Chinese, and you have that sort of British mentality when you're growing up with all the British friends or that environment. But then you have like the traditional Chinese group.
Yes.
So how do you feel between the two?
Okay, so I actually, if I compare, right, say I'm with a group of Chinese and a group of, say, non-Chinese, I am the same person. I don't change anything to suit anyone. I feel like I'm quite authentic, like I'm always the same person.
Right.
Yeah. However, when I am with a group of Chinese, you do feel that instant connection in the sense where you know they just get it. They get you. You don't need to explain anything because they've grown up the same. That's the only difference. And there's a part of you that maybe, don't know about you, but you feel a tiny bit more of a sense of comfort because I suppose subconsciously it feels like they're your people. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I'm British, but these are Chinese people as well. Whatever happens, they're going to get it. They're going to understand. But yeah, personality-wise and stuff, I'm always the same with all my friends, white, Asian, black, whatever. They're the same. Yeah.
Interesting, because I never had that.
Okay.
Because I've lived in Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
So I have an attitude of when I'm with Chinese people, I become Chinese.
Yeah.
When I'm with English people, I become English.
Okay.
So I'm a switch.
Right.
I have to switch.
What, you have to, or you just naturally do it? Do you feel like you have to?
I think I subconsciously did it.
Okay.
Without even me knowing it.
Yeah.
Because I can speak fluent Cantonese.
Yeah, you speak better than me.
So when I with a group of Chinese people, when they speak Cantonese, I speak Cantonese.
Okay.
And I can't switch to speaking English.
Right.
And then when I'm with group of people, but when it became, I started to have some sort of like British-born Chinese people, I could not switch. I even went to Chinese school. This was when living at Coventry, went to Chinese school. They'll learn in Chinese, and in break, they'll speak in English.
Yeah, yeah.
I could not switch. I would just have to speak Cantonese or English. One or two. I could not switch for some strange reason. Now thinking about it now, I just like, and then I dropped out because my Chinese was so superior to other people.
Yeah, I guess growing up in Hong Kong as well.
Yeah, because I was like, what was it, like 11 or 12? I was in the same class with like 16, 17-year-olds.
Oh.
So I felt sat there, I speak better Chinese than most people here.
Why did you go then?
Because my mum was a teacher.
Oh.
So she had the principle, you're Chinese, let's hang around with Chinese people.
Okay.
And it kind of made me, you know, like you sit there, I know all this stuff, why am I learning it? And you get bored. And I'm just sitting there being bored all the time.
Okay.
So when boredom comes in, you think of like something silly to do, like as a kid.
Yeah.
So you become that rebel, and then I just told mum, I don't really like it.
No. Did you learn to write Chinese, or did you already know that from Hong Kong?
Yeah, when I was living in Hong Kong, I wasn't the smartest kid there, but I learned something.
can I just eat my cucumber?
No, you have to clear your whole plate or you're having nothing. Don't come and speak to me again unless it's an emergency. Go to Gogo, okay? Okay, salmon. Sorry.
It's all right, all right. You have to just communicate with them in Cantonese.
Yeah, I try to speak fully, but
Yeah.
the older one knows more than the little one.
Because they stay with the grandparents.
Yeah. But you know, I actually, with my older son, I spoke Chinese to him before I even spoke English.
Oh, really?
Because I gave birth to him, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him as a Chinese person.
Right.
I know it sounds funny saying that because it's
Yeah.
obviously mixed, but I thought, I'm a Chinese person. I've given birth to a human. I see them as Chinese. So I spoke Chinese. I never used to speak English to him. I don't even call him his English name. He's Long Jay, always. He's never Mateo.
I noticed that when I came in. It's just
Yeah.
like, because this is the first time I actually came in and your kids were here and you're talking to them.
Yeah.
I was just like, I clocked it.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah. But it's only when he started going nursery and obviously going to places where they speak English that he started to know more. And it became harder because if he's responding to me in English, it's hard to just keep speaking Chinese. It's just a natural reaction.
Do you take them to Chinese school?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't.
Yeah, because it'd be weird though. 'Cause I don't know. I think it's good that like you left it as it is. Because if they go to Chinese school, I don't know. Chinese people are just weird.
They'd struggle because obviously I'm a mixed family.
Yeah.
And also, to be honest, all our Saturdays and Sundays are all taken up with sport. Yeah, so.
Which is good anyway. So we went through that, didn't we? I said, what's your relationship like when you're growing up with your parents?
Oh gosh, my relationship, it was hard. Growing up was difficult. And when I think about my childhood, I actually see it as a bit of trauma. It might sound dramatic, but actually it's weird because it's such a mix of both. Like we knew that our parents loved us, we knew it. And we had everything we needed. Obviously growing up, they were a bit poor at first, but then as we got older, you know, takeaway life, they were successful. Got everything we needed. They show their love through food, right? So we had all this nice food all the time. We never went without anything we needed. But actually behind closed doors, we were left alone a lot because they were working.
Yeah, I get that.
As very young kids, I mean, when I look back now, it would be illegal to leave your kids at home at that young age. You can't do it, but they were busy working, right? And then when we got a bit older, they hired a nanny. But before that, we were alone quite a lot, so we were left to our own devices to do what we want. My mum was extremely strict. You know, there was violence, which now I look back, she was probably really stressed. She had 4 children, which were only like a couple of years difference between them. Me being the 3rd child. She had a business to run. It's a lot of stress because I've got 2 kids now and I'm stressed, right? So full-time working mum. So when I think about it, I think, okay, I can try and sort of relate a little bit, but it was very stressful. We were always scared. It was like waiting for a bomb to explode, walking on eggshells constantly. My dad was like the soft one, which he hit me once in my whole life. Only ever once, but my mum, it was like, she was always aggressive. We saw each other getting hit. We got punished. It was mainly by my mum. If we were sitting down relaxing in a room and we heard her coming, we'd quickly get up like, oh no, we're not allowed to sit here. We need to be doing something. It was constantly like that. And a lot of beatings.
I can relate with Joyta. Was your shop apart from the place you were living?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no, because we had more than one.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I used to live at Coventry when I came back from Hong Kong. So my dad at that time had a chip shop, but chip shop closed down and then went to a restaurant. So it was a restaurant and it's quite a bit of drive. So I get that way, say like, we get left alone. But saying that, I wasn't left alone because I had family members came over to study.
Oh.
So I had an auntie came over to study, so she was with us most of the time. And then when she graduated, my uncle came. So we were fortunate to have those be with us when at Coventry. But then when we moved to Northampton, the shop, the home, was in the same building.
Okay.
So we were living just above the shop.
Yeah.
So obviously living above a shop, and when I just turned 13, I was like,
Oh yeah, it never ends.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
you
just
can't get
like
away from it.
Saturday, you're like on my computer playing game, and then like, oh,
Yeah.
right, gotta go down. So yeah, it's just a thing. And also I feel that the parents, they only know how to distill fear to get attention
Yes.
at that time.
Yeah.
They've never been taught like, oh, you gotta be a sort of soft parent to sort of grown, and like fear is one option,
Yeah.
but it's not like good always. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's got to be done. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I completely get it because I met your dad quite a few times. So
Yeah.
he's the nicest person I've ever
Yes, he's
met.
very
Yeah.
gentle.
Yeah.
It's his personality as well. He's just
Yeah.
a soft, gentle person.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, if you step out of line, he's going to tell you, but he was always the one that was the soft one. Yeah.
Yeah, both of my parents gave me a good beating.
Oh.
Yeah, especially my mum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah, my
Yeah.
mum.
So was your mum?
My mum was the
Like-
dominant one.
Oh,
well,
okay, like
but my
mine.
dad was the quiet one.
Right.
But he has the tempers himself. But he can control his temper.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when he like sort of flips, he won't show it in front of us.
Right.
He'll either go somewhere, casino, or go play pool, or just go out with like the other mates.
Okay.
Yeah. So he'll
Yeah.
just relieve it there.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what he
Interesting,
does.
isn't it?
So when he gets annoyed, he'll just say, "Stop it,"
Yeah.
or "I will hit you."
Yeah.
Like that sort of like
Yeah.
tone.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
that tone, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. And it was just so normal to get hit.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it now, and if you know, the police are probably going to be on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Back
Yes, yeah,
then,
yeah.
all of us got hit.
Yeah, yeah,
Got
yeah.
hit bad.
Oh,
it wasn't
mate.
just a little slap on the bum. Weapons,
Bamboo stick.
just anything they can find, anything. And you know, getting strangled. Yes, it was really bad. Like,
strangled,
okay, it didn't happen all the time, but it has happened. Head pushed down the toilet. You know, some people might laugh at the thought of that, but I was like 6. Loads of bad things. So that's why I say when I think about it, it's like trauma. It is like trauma,
Well,
unresolved trauma.
Now you brought it up. But
Yeah.
we won't dive that deep because that's in the past now. I know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just parenthood.
Like you see me and my mum, we're completely normal, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and a lot of, you know, my husband even said, how can you even be normal with your mum after all this stuff? So I don't know, because it was very normal just to get, like, obviously you don't like those things happening, but it was normal just to get hit and punished in those ways. And you're just forced to get over it.
Like I said earlier, is you see other parents say the same thing. Oh yeah, I hit my son. It's normal.
Yeah,
But to what extent?
yeah,
This is the behind the closed doors they don't talk about.
yeah, no.
Because everyone say like, oh, this person does so and so. This person, I'm pretty sure young parents are like that. Oh, this person does so and so. Why can't you do it?
Oh gosh, the comparison, yeah.
the
it never
comparison.
stops,
It's just
yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
I left that
Yeah.
sort of little group
Yeah.
because I just could not stand it.
No, yeah.
I was like, I don't really care what other people. I don't care if that person's an A-star student or whatever
Yeah.
other student,
Yeah.
because that's not. They're depressed as anything.
yeah, yeah.
Look at them now. They're probably following the rules and being depressed about work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Or
I'm-
maybe their parents didn't treat them the way that ours did.
Yeah, they didn't.
know.
They now look where they are now. They're like a million miles away, not talking to parents.
Yeah, yeah.
So I understand our parents' struggles. 'Cause
Yeah.
it is a tough gig to be like a different nationality at that time and age. It's just like the culture shock as well.
Yeah.
So it is tough because
Yeah.
we earned a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
And the British people would be jealous and like, oh, you always got casino and like this bad rep.
Yeah.
It gave us a bad rep that time. I remember it. I remember it. Did you feel that like I got a bad rep being Chinese
From who?
from the British people?
No, I never got that. It's funny because obviously we've both grown up here,
Yeah,
but your experiences are different to mine.
way different.
Yeah, like I never got a bad rep. If anything, most of what I hear is that, oh, you know, Chinese people, they don't want any trouble. They just want to work and get on with it, and they're hardworking.
This is why I doing this with you because there's two sides of the story. I been in fights just because I'm this.
Yeah, me too.
And I got in a fight because they claim that I've got more money than, which I have, but it's not my money, it's my parents' money.
Right. What, they're talking about English kids?
Yeah,
What, like school?
at school.
Okay.
And they know where my Chinese takeaway is, and they will come over and cause trouble for the sake of it.
Okay.
So yeah, probably it's just different schools, because I'm probably like, don't have any backup, like as friends, because if I actually was in Northampton longer, no friends, go to secondary school, but I jumped in straight in secondary school.
Oh, right.
So I jumped into the game where everyone's 14, 15, 16, that stage. And I remember there was 3 Chinese people when I first went to that school.
Right.
Right. And the kid, the boy, had the same surname as me.
All right.
And within the first month, he left because he got bullied. And all the other kids
Yeah.
went up to me saying like, "Are you cousin with that guy?" I said to him like, "Just because he's the same skin tone as me, same
Yeah.
surname as me, doesn't mean we're related."
Okay. Yeah.
And then yeah, it just left me, a girl, and there's one Chinese boy that's 2 or 3 years older than us, but we hardly ever see him and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
right. Okay.
yeah.
Did you all get bullied?
I'm not sure about her, but because I came from Coventry, I had fights a lot in Coventry. So
Okay.
yeah.
What,
so
all just because you're Chinese?
yeah.
Okay. I don't know whether it's different because obviously you're male, I'm female. I got picked on as well.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, you know.
Yeah.
People saying stupid stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
typical words that people use against Chinese people, right? So I'd get that thrown a lot. And the way to make it stop was for me to use violence. And I did. I got into trouble quite a lot at school, as I mentioned before. Growing up, I got in trouble. But I always thought, and this is why I say, yeah, I got seen as a rebel, but I didn't feel like one.
Yeah.
End of the day, I'm standing up for myself. My mum and dad always taught me growing up, yeah, and this is what they always said to us. From when I was, from when I was born, I feel like they've been saying this. You are not like them white girls. You are not English girl. And if anyone ever hurts you, you do it back and you do it harder. That is everything they used to say growing up. And that's
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
So that's why I got in trouble, like you know. So
the funny thing is that it's night and day between my experience and my 2 brothers, because I went straight into secondary school,
yeah,
but my brothers were in primary school and one in nursery. So they've been brought up like they're all trying to be nice, or cute and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I straight went to here.
Yeah.
Just first day, I think probably not the first day, the second day I had a fight.
oh,
Second day, literally.
that's strange.
Yeah.
I went straight into a secondary school too.
Yeah.
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 And it was me and my sister, who's
Yeah.
2 years older than me, we were the only Chinese people in the whole school. And probably we were only like the second Chinese person in the whole town. Whole town.
Whole town.
Yes. It was quite small. I thought it was a village, but it's actually a town.
Yeah.
Didn't know any more Chinese people, but it was only us 2, and obviously we're sisters, in that whole school. We didn't get bullied. People were actually quite nice. Maybe it's because I'm a girl, I don't know. But there's always a bit of bullying in some sort of way towards the family at the takeaway, a little bit. But because my mum's so dominating, people didn't really want to. I think also because my mum's English is good. When your English is not very good, yeah, they think you're vulnerable, or they think they can talk down to you.
Yeah, that's true.
But my mum has quite good English,
Yeah.
so people didn't take advantage of her as much.
Yeah, my mum, her English is a bit broken, and you can tell that she's not confident in English and stuff like that. But she can actually communicate, but it's really like, you can tell, not that typical Chinese lady be like speaking, but really like, I'm confused the way I'm saying it out.
Yeah.
But I always said to her, like, you're fine. Don't doubt your skills and speaking. But my dad, obviously, he came as a teenager. He went to school, so his English is really, really good. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's just the way it is, isn't it? Always
Yeah.
proceed. But now it's different. Now it's like everyone's like very diverse. Everyone look at each other, and no one wants to cause trouble with anyone these days. Well, comparison to now, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the whole Iran and immigration stuff, that's just bonkers. Oh, I can just.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're well connected in the BBC and the Chinese circle by the looks of it. How did that come about? And did you seek that out, or it just grew in time?
Well, it's funny you say you think I'm well connected. Maybe it's because you say you don't know any. To me, it feels normal, right? I don't feel like I know loads of people, but bearing in mind, as you know, I was born in Northampton. So obviously the other Chinese people that were born in Northampton, we, we're pretty much the same community. But, you know, my parents, they know a lot of the elders. It's just the community, I suppose. And then when you grow up knowing those others, then you grow up with the other children as well. Also, I did go to Chinese school for, since I was little, about 5, 6, something like that, up to a teenager. And that's when I decided I'm not really enjoying it. It's a bit difficult. Don't want to waste my parents' money. I'm just going to stop. And they actually allowed us to just stop going when I was probably about 13, I think.
I was going to say roughly
But
about
for
that
all
time,
those
yeah.
years, I went since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess just growing up with the community and the people around us. And I've got family in Northampton too, like obviously Chinese. So I guess maybe someone that knows my cousin, and then they'll end up knowing us. And
Yeah.
it's just kind of like that. But we all kind of know each other. Anyone that's from here will all pretty much know each other.
That's the thing. With Chinese people, quite a tight community.
Yeah.
I did try into it, but I just couldn't bother.
No, but they're all right. They're just. I feel like they're just like me and you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But funny enough, my dad knows a lot of people in Northampton. My dad is, because obviously my granddad had a takeaway in Bridge Street,
All right.
and my dad knows a lot of people in Northampton.
Okay.
But obviously when he came back, he didn't really introduce me to like all these people, because obviously he's working and stuff like that. So when
Yeah.
people said, "Oh, you're Waki's son," I'm like, "Yeah, who are you?"
Oh.
I don't know you. It's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you look like him." I'm like, "Yeah, I am his son." The typical thing is like, you go like, look, someone you don't know, and a little lady say like, "Oh, you so and so's daughter."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
tend to know who they are, or I might have heard of their name. My parents actually do talk to us a lot.
Right.
So, I mean, I know you said your family wasn't that tight, but my mum and dad, they tend to tell us everything. So even if it's just chit chat about certain Chinese people, and plus me, naturally, I'm quite inquisitive. So I'll be like, oh, who's that? Who are they? Who's their, do I know who their children are or their grandpa? So I'll ask questions. And then I tend to, like, if I bump into someone, I don't know their face.
Yeah.
They'll say, oh, I'm this person. I'm like, oh, okay, you're blah, blah's mum or whatever, you know.
That's the difference then,
Yeah.
because my dad's really quiet. He doesn't really like to talk about anything. He'll just say, okay, either talk about golf
Yeah.
or talk about business and talk about silly things in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, so he won't gossip about other people's problems and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
my mum just always says, how's your education?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, my parents, they don't gossip, but they talk about everything.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I saw this person today, I'm doing this, and yeah, this is happening. And I wouldn't say it's gossip, it's just general chit chat,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
talk all the time.
Yeah, my parents weren't like
Oh,
that.
yeah, even my parents now, like, been together for over 40 years. They obviously live together, work together. Sometimes I'm like, how have they got so much to talk about? They're still really chatty. I think it's just personality. Really, really chatty.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult, because we both got our partners. You trying to talk to each other for longer than 6 hours straight, that's going to be difficult. Well, probably at early stages of a relationship, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after a certain amount of time, you're kind of like, oh, okay, what can we talk about?
Well, I mean, I've always got something to chat about. And yeah, sometimes we do, me and my partner, we've been together 15 years. We still just sit there and just talk and talk and talk. But obviously you don't do that every day.
I think that's a skill set then, because I think I picked it up from my dad. I'm
Yeah.
quite a observant type of person, so I'll talk when I need to talk. So yeah, that's probably why I don't have any friends. Right, so let's have a look. How important is it for you to have a BBC or circle of Chinese people around you, emotionally and culturally?
I think it's always important to have your type of people around you, just so that you're kind of, you know, it's where you remind where you come from. But if I didn't have that naturally already, I don't think I'd be desperate to seek it. I am part of a Chinese community and I do know the Chinese people around me, but I don't think it's like, I didn't seek it. I just grew up in it.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know any different. Yeah, but it's nice to have that because, as I mentioned earlier, you grew up very similar. You get each other. You just know it. Like, I don't know if I said to you, for example, oh, you know what it's like working takeaway. You'd be like, yeah. But say if you say it to an English kid, they don't know about working since they're a kid. They probably never been hit before. Just stuff like that. So instantly, I know you're just going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that we all been through it, don't even say.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
All the
just
pressures, stuff like that. They just get it.
expectations.
Yes.
That's the word, expectation.
Yes.
I'll bring this one up. Did you go to university?
Yes, I did.
Did you feel like you've been pushed into university?
I actually didn't get pressured to go, but I
Right.
think subconsciously I felt like I had to. Does that make sense? So growing up, just like you, education was everything. They want you to do the best, which is understandable. Who doesn't want their kids to do the best in education? I get it, especially because my parents came, they didn't have education. That's why they worked in takeaway. So they want us to be better. Fully understand that. So I think subconsciously I thought, okay, I need to do this. My parents have always banged on about it. It's the expectation. My oldest sister didn't go. My second sister didn't go. I thought, okay, I'm going to do it. Went to uni. Didn't do amazing. Did all right. Probably a bit less than average, but I did it.
Did you finish it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, what was it?
It was called entrepreneurship, but basically business studies. Yeah. I thought about,
Entrepreneurship,
I know it sounds silly, right? But it was about like building a business and all the elements of business.
Yeah.
And I think, looking at my parents having their business, I thought, okay, maybe if I go and study it, I can have my own business. I always thought I was going to be a business person growing up. Watching my parents, I always thought that. Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, because you do look like a business person where you first met you and talked to you and stuff like that. Because the way you present yourself, like, yeah, this is a saleswoman. Yeah, I went to university twice.
Right.
I dropped out twice.
Right.
Yeah, so
So what happened the first time that you didn't learn to do the second time?
the first time was I got there,
Yeah.
but it wasn't even the degree, it was a foundation course because I
Okay.
did the arty and design stuff like that. So I got there, but the trouble is this was the first ever time that you moved away from parents.
Okay. Well, where were you?
Stoke-on-Trent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry Stoke-on-Trent people, but it was the first time and I just freaking let loose.
Okay.
And like any other student, drink, drugs, did everything you can possibly think of, wasted that year, then realized, oh crap, I just failed this year. I'm going to try to make it up next year.
Okay. So you didn't even really go for studying, really. You just went to get away.
I had to attempt, had the sort of process to sort of go there and trying to get something, but temptation happened.
Yeah. Because you never had that freedom before.
Yeah, freedom, and you know how that is.
Yes. Freedom is
Yeah.
everything.
Then after that, I told my mum, I just had too much fun and I spent 2 years just messing around.
So you told her the truth.
And I just said, look, I messed up.
Yeah.
It was fun though. I met some lovely, nice people, educated me in social skills and stuff like that. I got outspoken a little bit more and realised me.
Yeah.
But I came back and went to Chinese takeaway life.
Okay.
And then after a couple of years, went to my mum's friend. Kid had a volunteering experience and tell me like, oh, this person so and so did volunteering at so and so place doing orphanage work, and like, you should do it. I was like, okay, I want to take 6 weeks off from work then,
Okay.
because I didn't want like working
Yeah.
Chinese takeaway. You know that feeling,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
I said, so I went to Nepal.
Oh wow! I didn't even know this.
Yeah, well, I don't really talk about my life much, really.
No.
Went to Nepal for 6 weeks.
Okay.
Had 46 kids to look after in this place. I forgot the name of the place, but it was Kathmandu,
Okay.
the capital of Nepal. It was lovely, amazing.
Yeah.
But the first 2 weeks I had diarrhea
Oh no.
because the water wasn't clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really humbled me though, because you got, I think I told this in the podcast before, saying that kids were selling like apples and stuff like that on the side street, and they'll be like, oh, I've got so much money, where they'll sit there all day
Yeah.
just to earn 50p, not even a quid.
Yeah.
And you sort of like making realizations like they're that happy for that process.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I'll come back to England and these kids got iPhones, iPads, and start swearing with their kids, which is like, what's wrong with our world?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I found out like the more developed the country is, the more corrupted the mind is.
Of course.
And we
They
just
don't-
got to work around it. And that's
Yeah.
why there's so many people depressed, because they're comparing each other with what they don't have. Jealousy.
Yeah. Well, this is what social media does now, isn't it? Think about when we were kids compared to what the kids are like now. Everything can be accessed on the phone.
Yeah,
Social
absolutely.
media, you're going to think, okay, do I need to look like that? This person's got that. See, little girls these days wanting the expensive makeup. I never would have thought of that when I was little.
Yeah.
But now they can see it. They've got influencers and everything.
Like,
yeah, it's mad.
it's funny, isn't it? Because like now you say like, oh, social media. The platform itself is not the issue.
No.
It's the people. You think about it, it's a tool.
I think it's
And
the access that kids can get.
And the access, it's the access to system that actually people allow that to happen because it generates revenue.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, people are greedy for money. There's always a
course.
greed for everything.
Of course there is.
If there's a way to make money, why
yeah.
not?
But there's always a way
Yeah.
to make money. Yeah.
People like me and you have morals. We won't go that far for money. But people will sell their souls.
I don't knock people, for wanting to get their money. Anyway, well, not anyway, but you know, like, you do you, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relationships.
Yes.
So, tell me about your husband.
My husband, he is a good man. I was lucky enough to find him young. We've been together for 15 years. He was only 20 when I met him. Not from Northampton. He grew up, his mum was disabled, him growing up. So his dad had a lot of responsibility, which I think has shaped him into the man that he is, obviously, today. He's very domesticated. He is not a very judgmental person. You know, everyone's got their own struggles and things going on. But yeah, overall, he's definitely the best man, like, for me. Because I feel like we are just on the same level.
Yeah.
We think the same, we want the same things. Obviously, you know, not everyone's like completely the same, but
Yeah.
anyone that would match me, he's the one.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
So, please tell me how you met him.
Oh, it was like old school in the club.
In the
Back in the day, yeah, we were out.
What's your first initial thought about him?
So it's not like I saw him from across the room and, you know, the classic love story, eyes locked and that kind of thing. I didn't actually notice him. He was standing right next to me and he tapped me on the shoulder to speak to me. I looked. Oh no, it was before. No, I glanced over, caught his eye, and I thought, oh, and I just turned back round again. Literally didn't think anything. Thought nothing.
Yeah.
And then he tapped me on the shoulder and started talking to me because I was standing on by myself at that time because my friends were just like, you know, down there. And we got chatting. And to be honest, I didn't really think anything. You know, sometimes you meet someone like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything. Nothing bad, nothing good. I'm just chatting to this guy. But we started chatting. We chatted for quite a while. And I thought, okay, this guy's quite nice. And then he's from Birmingham. And actually, by chance, it was my birthday the week after, and I'd already booked to go to Birmingham on a night out the week after. I told him that, and he was like, "Oh, so do you want to swap numbers? Maybe we can meet up." So we did that.
Yeah.
We did meet up a week later after our first meeting, and yeah, I didn't ever know that it was going to be what it is.
Chain reaction to what is and kept in touch.
Yeah, like, you know, obviously Birmingham is about an hour away. It's not like it's just around the corner, but he would come drive up and see me. And I did think in my head, you know, he must like me. If he's not around the corner, he's driving an hour to come and see me. And then I know it sounds, I was, how old? I turned 22 by that point, and I thought, this sounds really young, 22, right? But I actually thought in my head, I don't want to just mess around with people anymore. I want to have a proper relationship because I want to have kids before I'm 30. but I want to be married before I'm 30, before my kids.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I put my foot down and I said, look, I don't want to be just like, you know, your weekend thing or whatever. I'm looking for this, this, and this. And then it took a few months for us to become a proper couple, and then we were like serious. He wanted the same things, but yeah, he was still young back then as well. But yeah.
Typical Chinese female saying like, I want this.
Yes, yeah. And I'm glad that I did actually. Yeah, even though, you know, I'm born here and yeah, you know, British, whatever, I still had some traditional ways, you know, want to be married before I have kids.
So
Yeah.
what was your family's reaction when you introduced him to your family?
Well, actually, this is another story, right? They didn't even give me a chance to introduce him. It was forced upon me to tell them. So we took this day trip to London one day,
Yeah.
right? And I think we stayed overnight, but my parents, because they were at the takeaway, they didn't know that I'd stayed overnight because they stayed at the takeaway at that point over weekends. So back then we used Facebook a lot and we took photos, you know, like touristy stuff, Big Ben and museums, like, you know,
Yeah.
just a bit of fun. And I posted it on Facebook. And my parents one day went to visit a family member.
Yeah.
Don't know who this family member is, but they went to visit a family member. And the same day they came back, I remember pulling up on the driveway, come back from work, my brother stuck his head out the window and he goes, before you come in the house, I want to let you know you're in trouble. My brother pre-warned me and I was like looking up at, like, I just got back from work, got out of the car, my brother says it's out the window and I'm like, what? And they said they know you went to London, they know about, you know, your boyfriend. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to mentally prepare myself like a few seconds before I go into the door. And they had this, I don't know why they did this, but they had a family meeting. We had a family meeting. My dad was so disappointed, he didn't even speak. Who is this guy? Where have you been? Saw pictures. So this is where you talk about Chinese gossip, right? Someone obviously saw it and told my parents. And my parents thought I did something so bad. They thought it was so bad, like I shamed the whole family.
Yeah. I get that.
And then they were like, who is this guy? Is it your boyfriend? I was like, well, yeah. And that's how they found out about him, through that. It's not even like I got a chance to say, oh, mum and dad, I met someone. Can I introduce you? No. It was found out in a very negative way.
It's a shame, isn't it? Had to break up to that way.
Yeah.
Because you have to be so secret to it.
Yeah.
Because like you guys are so tight into open talking and stuff like that, but something like that became so clashes.
Yeah.
Because culturally it's not accepted.
Yeah, and I think also probably because I spent that night away. It was one night away.
But you were in your early 20s.
Yeah.
You're classed as a grown woman. You can make a
Yeah,
decision and stuff like that.
You're never classed as a grown woman when you're a Chinese person living in your parents' house. Yeah.
This is the thing.
You're
isn't
not
it?
married yet.
Yeah.
You're still my child living in my house.
Yeah.
You know, actually around your parents, you do still feel like a kid.
Yeah.
I know
yeah.
I do.
I still know.
Yeah.
I still don't.
And I'm a mother and I'm, you know, nearing 40, you know.
I'm turning 39 next week. So yeah, so I'm just like, yes, mum.
Yeah, we're like kids. We are.
Yeah, always. But yeah, so wow, okay. So what happened after that then?
After that, I obviously continued to see him. I had to eventually introduce him. They didn't really give him a warm welcome. They weren't nasty, but it wasn't like, hi, nice to meet you. Nothing like that at all. And at this point, I went back to working in takeaway at weekends with my parents, and then I would drive to see him in Birmingham and just stay one night. I really had to pluck up the courage. It felt scary to tell my mum I was doing it. I was so nervous every time. It didn't get any easier. And she always gave me grief. Through all the years of our dating before we got married, I got given grief. It was never easy, never comfortable.
How long for?
We were together for nearly 3 years before we got married. So imagine almost 3 years of constant grief, verbal abuse, mental abuse, name calling because I had a boyfriend. Got called so much names and it was just horrible. For what? You know, being in a relationship, being in love.
The funny thing is, I can understand that. This is the thing. I can see that happening, and it's bonkers because as any British people out there or any different culture and stuff like, they'll be like, that's wrong in so many levels.
Yeah.
But any other BBCs or Chinese cultured people will actually get what we're coming from, because we be culturally not accepted, because we have to go. My mum, when I turned 21, my mum saying like, "You want to go back to China?" I said, "For what?" I said, "We're gonna introduce you." So introduce me with what? I was like, "You're at the age where you should look for a partner."
Yeah.
And without my parents knowing that I was already dating left, right, and centre, as
Okay.
like I was old enough. I just came back from uni.
Yeah.
And uni,
Yeah.
was uni,
Yeah.
and came back and working. That's just before I went to Nepal at that time. And I would just say like, I'd like to go back, but not meeting people
Yeah.
for potential wife.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, is it because too far?" I was like, "No, it's not because too far, because I don't want to do it."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, okay. But just to let you know, Oriental Garden, there's a waitress girl. She's quite cute."
Okay.
I was like, "Okay." So I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then we went to Oriental Garden, as you do, for yum cha.
Yeah.
And she was working that day.
Okay.
And my mum, like, very awkwardly and said, "Here's my son. Here's this so-and-so." I think her name was Wendy, I think it was. Sorry,
Okay.
Wendy.
My sister called Wendy too.
So it's like, "Oh, when are you free?" It's like, "Oh, I'm not working next weekend."
But she asked you that.
No, my mum.
Oh right. Okay.
My mum.
Oh okay.
You know, the typical mum
Oh
thing.
okay. Okay.
You're like, and she looked at me. I say, "Jai, are you free then?" In Chinese. And she's like, "I have to say yes."
Oh.
So we went out, meet up.
You actually did it.
Yeah, I had to, because you know how
Okay.
it is. She'll do a follow up, like how is she and stuff like that, and she'll follow up with her, because obviously exchange numbers and stuff.
Okay. So was this Wendy up for it?
I think she was alright. Don't get me wrong, she was a lovely girl.
Yeah.
She was like typical, like very knowledgeable, very traditional. It was just boring.
Well, if you didn't click, you didn't click. Do you know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
click.
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh, let's go Alton Towers and go to like a theme park and ride and stuff." "Oh, I don't like theme parks."
I wouldn't either, to be honest.
I was like, "Oh, okay, like, let's go
Yeah.
karting then."
Okay.
It's like, "No, I would like to sit down and watch telly and read a book and stuff like that." I was like, "Hell
Okay.
no."
Was she from China?
I think she was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and even like I was quite a heavy gamer back then, so if she said like, "Oh, I'll play certain games," I would say, "Good,
Yeah.
right, I can grab something."
Yeah.
I could not grab anything. I like a lot of people, but when it comes to girls,
Yeah.
if you don't click, you don't click.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried before in the past, where when I went to university, there's quite a few Chinese people and stuff like that, and I tried, and I just could not do it.
Yeah.
And no, it's cringy.
Yeah.
It's cringy. That's why I don't date Chinese people. Okay, so you work in a British business with people of all sorts of background. So what's it like to daily life in the work environment? Because you recently just got this new role in your place.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's gone quite quick. It's been 10 months now. Yeah. So in October it'll be a year. So it still feels quite newish. Well, compared to where I was before, I was there for like nearly 11 years, right? Honestly, doesn't feel any different. I'm very used to being, I was gonna say the only Chinese person. There's another Chinese person in the company, a guy. It doesn't feel any different. It really doesn't. I don't walk in and feel like, okay, I'm pretty much the only Chinese person here, or anyone's gonna look at me a certain way. I literally just don't feel any way.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Interesting.
People don't treat me different.
There's only two of you.
Two Chinese, yeah.
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 I'm the only male Chinese person in my workplace,
Okay.
and there's two other. I don't know what nationality, but they're Asian. But there's two, possibly three ladies there. It's a little bit older, but I never
Yeah.
got around because we're different department.
Yeah.
But when they say, "Oh, Jay, oh, the Chinese one," yeah, they know who it is.
Yeah,
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 yeah. So they instantly know like
yeah,
who it is and stuff like that.
yeah,
So you're quite well known.
yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Well, you know, like I said earlier, I am growing up. I was like a lot of the time the only Chinese person or only Chinese female in a certain area
yeah, yeah.
or within, you know, whatever I'm in. It's very common for me just to be the only Chinese person. So I guess it doesn't faze me. I don't feel any way, and people don't treat me different. Yeah. So yeah, it just feels really normal, to be honest. Doesn't affect my job.
Yeah, yeah, you do your fingers in
Yeah.
there. Sometimes I forget that I'm Asian myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is another question: is when you first started working in a corporate job at early stages, comparison to now, is like is it a night and day difference how people treat you or like how things work?
No, I don't think there is any difference at all. When I think about how people might have treated me, I think if anything, it's not the way people treat me, but I find them asking stuff. Like, okay, just an example, happens to my husband as well, by the way, okay? Like, I bring packed lunch to work and I'm heating up my food or whatever, and everyone's like, oh, what's that? It smells really nice. Oh, can I have a look? And, oh, you know, they're really like inquisitive about what I'm eating and they'll ask a lot of questions. And maybe just questions about, yeah, food and maybe a bit cultural stuff,
Yeah.
but it's nothing negative. Yeah. That's the only thing that might be different.
Do you get this? People ask me about my partner and they expect my partner to be Chinese.
Yeah, sometimes people do say, oh, is your partner Chinese?
Yeah.
And I say no. And when I tell them that he's, you know, a British black, you know, person, and they're like, they are quite shocked or quite surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
And then they'll say like, oh, I bet your kids look really nice or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
comments like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they don't want to say like, oh, you talk about your son a lot. It's like he looks like mixed. He's a bit lighter skin. I was like, yeah, my partner's from Kurdistan.
Yeah.
And he's like, huh?
Oh, why are they so shocked?
Yeah. They're like, how do you meet her then?
Yeah.
I said, I used to be her boss. And then that's another long story.
Yeah.
So we can shoot. No, this is your podcast. You can even ask me questions in it. It's
Oh,
not
right,
just me
okay.
asking questions.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right then. Okay. So how did it feel for you to be with Joanna? Obviously, her being from, was it
Kurdistan.
Kurdistan? Yeah. Did your family say anything? Because you mentioned that your colleagues are a bit shocked. You know, when
It's
you
funny with that one, because like I said earlier, my mum's been chasing me to date,
China.
have a partner
Yeah.
since age 21. But when I went to Birmingham, did my business partner, and there was a girl that I was kind of seeing behind the scenes, and obviously it was Chuan, and I was her boss.
Yeah.
And that place was a hair salon, and my mum and dad goes there to have their hair cut.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of like asked me, or I just blurbed it out, like, yeah, I'm seeing someone. I was like, oh, who? And I said, Chuan.
So did they already know who she was?
So she's like, oh, thinking about, oh, the girl that washed my hair. And then ever since then, they'll come in, not even for like a proper haircut, just like a normal wash, and they'll just come in and just talk to her.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't really a transition where, like yourself, it was more like, I'm grateful my son has a partner now. Because you feel like, well, my son's 24, I should be dating someone
Okay.
anytime soon or anything like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Do they judge you that she's not Chinese, or are they actually just happy?
no, my mum was generally just
Oh,
happy.
right. Okay.
Generally happy
It's a
that,
completely different
yeah,
take on my
I think
one.
I was a bit more bold saying like, no matter what you say, mum, I'm going to do things my way. At a certain stage, when I dropped university for a second time, and I did the reason I dropped the second time because I felt bored of university. It was not going to take me anywhere. So I jumped into MAK at Birmingham. It's just partnership business, and
Okay.
we did something together. But that experience humbled the crap out of me. So, but after that, we still kept in touch and moved back to Northampton, and we've been dating 9 years, almost 10 years strong now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had a fair share. Everyone's just like, oh, but I always bring that up, saying like, yeah, I met her because I was her boss.
Yeah. Do you think you'll ever marry her?
We will. It's just the circumstances, financial, and our mindset right now, it's not stable yet.
Okay.
And people say like, yeah, you never be stable and stuff like that. But I don't think it's that time yet. I
You'll
will.
know when you're ready.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will get there. But I don't really, to be honest, like I don't see marriage. Let me rephrase that. I see marriage as like a bragging right.
All right.
I see like, get married, invite everyone that you know. We get married. I don't need that. If you love someone, you keep it quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fair enough.
yeah, you
Yeah.
don't need to put a ring on someone that
Yeah.
you love.
Each their own.
Yeah,
I needed a ring on my finger.
yeah, as a statement, but that's just the value difference in yourself. So yeah, traditionally that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you see these days they've rushed themselves into a relationship and get
Yeah.
married and blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
that's just the thing. But yeah, I will get married with her. We both get married and stuff like that. She wants it, and just not the time yet. Just not
Okay.
the time because
Yeah.
I feel that it's not going to change anything if we get married now.
Yeah. 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 I mean, you've already got your son, you've got your house and everything. You've
Yeah.
already built your family, I suppose. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my answer to that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, right. Any other questions that you want to ask me, or before I ask you a question?
No, you can ask me. Yeah, we can go back and forth. I guess. Like if I say something, I might ask you
Yeah.
off the back of that.
Yeah, my next question is your motherhood now.
My motherhood. Okay.
So your next question is, what's it like raising two boys who's half Chinese and half?
Yeah, it's the fact that they're interracial doesn't really affect the way I mother them, I suppose. But the fact that they are half, half British Caribbean, half British Chinese, I have to make sure that they know where they're coming from, right? The roots. So obviously my husband, it's up to him to be able to teach the boys about his roots, the family line and all that cultural stuff. I obviously embrace it as well because obviously I love my partner as well and we're going to want to embrace each other. And then there's my part, as you know, I speak to them in Chinese, bit of half and half. They eat Chinese food, teach them about like Chinese New Year and all that kind of stuff. Let them watch Chinese films sometimes, play Chinese music. Yeah, they know what they are. There's no doubt about that.
That's quite interesting. I don't even watch Chinese films anymore or listen to Chinese music anymore.
It's only the old music. I don't know anything new. It's all old stuff. Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Typical.
They know who like Jackie Chan is.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, all them kind of stuff. The old films. Yeah.
Yeah. Because when, like I said earlier, like I came in, you was speaking Chinese to your old elders. I'm just like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So like, what are you thinking of? Have you taken them back to Hong Kong at all?
No, they've never been to Asia. We really want to, but the thing is, because they're young, they're still quite young, and a trip to Asia is quite expensive, as you know. So we wouldn't mind waiting till they're. When I say older, I don't mean like 18 or whatever. Just a few years older, where they're a bit more independent and can actually soak in a bit more, appreciate what's around them a bit more. Because now we go to like holidays that are in like a couple of hours away, it's easy while they're still young and that. But to go to one where they can really appreciate the culture, want to wait till they're just a tiny bit older, soak it in. Yeah, but we'd love to go back. And I speak to them, as I mentioned, in as much Cantonese as I possibly can, just to keep that there. And they're never going to be fluent, just because my partner's not Chinese, my husband's not Chinese, so we're not speaking Chinese at home. So there's not like how we grew up. We heard our parents speaking Chinese all the time. You hear things, you to pick it up, it's natural.
Yeah.
We're speaking English at home, you know, so it can be quite difficult to keep it going, but I really try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, because like two of my brothers, they can't speak a lick of Chinese. They understand it, but they have that weird accent in their Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So instead of having an accent in English, they have an accent in Chinese. So
Oh,
broken.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when your mum spoke to me for the first time, I was like, "Oh, your Chinese is really good." I'm like, "Yeah, I speak pretty much every day."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with my mum.
Oh, right.
Oh, my mum. My mum's just like, "Oh, how do you do this? How do you do that? Talk to that. Da 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 da. What are you doing? What are you doing? Da 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 da." And I've always been the go-to to translate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because my dad's like too lazy to like, you know how.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah. I
So
don't
leave it to
care.
you?
Yeah, leave it to you.
All right
So
then.
yeah, so I've always been the front end on that one.
Yeah.
So even
Do you
like,
mind doing that? Do you mind doing that at all? 'Cause I know a lot of kids that get forced to do things for the parents.
I
or
didn't even think about it.
No.
I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
think about it. It was just like a normal thing. My mum would just come up to me. Your brother did this. Can you just tell me why did he do that? Or something happened. Can you tell me why is this? Any sort of like solutions that is in English base, I
Right.
have to be the front person.
Okay.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of struggles where I forgot some Chinese and I was like, I don't know what that means. I say in English, but she doesn't know what it means. And Dad's like, Dad, what
Yeah.
do you mean? I was like, he was just like, oh.
Okay, at least your dad can help.
Yeah, when he's like emergency.
Okay, yeah, when it's desperate measures.
Yeah. Right, okay. So, I don't think I really need to ask those questions because people are just common sense of those ones. Because you've got like, do you ever worry about how Chinese culture might be lost in the next generation when you're shaping your own version of your Chinese
Of your Chinese what?
means?
Means. What lost as in into my kids?
I think that question is a little bit more in depth, as in like, we've been brought up with Chinese culture,
Yeah, well, like first generation.
the first generation our line. Because your kids are mixed. My son is mixed. The legacy, I think the best way to say it, the legacy has lost in the tradition and stuff like that. But me and you both know that we live in England. We're so multilingual anyway. So
Yeah.
I think legacy is a dying breed these days in a way.
It's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it's a good thing because it blends in and gels in with different cultures and stuff. Acceptance, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But legacy is like a big thing for Chinese people, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why my brother's so important, actually, because he's the only one that married a Chinese person.
How did he meet her then? Through work?
They met. No, they've been together since they were teenagers, right?
Really?
Late teens. So they've been together for what? About 12. Well, over 10 years anyway. They met online, I think. Met online, and then they met up at a little food festival or something. My oldest sister went with him to sort of, you know, and they were chatting online, and then they ended up going to the same uni.
Oh, nice.
I think they did that on purpose. And then they've been strong ever since.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, they've been married for 2 years now.
Yeah, oh, it's been 2 years already.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, but they've been together for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely, but she's the only Chinese in-law. So yeah, there's hope still in the family.
I bet your mum and dad are happy about that.
They are, but also at the same time, they've been together that long, been married 2 years. Maybe everyone's wondering, okay, when they're going to have kids then, you know, because he is actually in his 30s now, you know, so.
I think having kid even in your mid 30s or late 30s is a normal thing now, this day and age.
Well, that's another conversation, you see. Me and my husband talk about this quite a lot.
Yeah.
It is quite normal because, you know, a lot of women now are independent career, all this kind of stuff. And, you know, they're a bit more conscious now of that have to have children when they're young because they've got more things in life to do, right? But really, health-wise, is that really wise, you know?
I think it's just down to individual for the capability of their body, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if a person's really healthy in their 40s or 50s, they can still produce, but if they maintain their body, Because obviously we both know that it really how you live your life.
I suppose, but it's also, it doesn't always, I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything, I don't know everything about biology, okay, so, but, you know, the women that only have one set of eggs, yeah, it's the same, you don't get reproduced ones, it's the same ones. So you either give birth with 25-year-old eggs, for example, or 10 years down the line, they're 35 years old. You know, there's more chance of the 35-year-old encountering problems. I'm not saying that people older can't have kids, they obviously can, and we do see people older having kids, but health wise they do get seen as, okay, there could be a higher risk. That's just a fact. But you know, it's up to the individual. I don't judge no one when they have kids.
Let's elaborate about that, because that got me curious now. Is that information that from internal resources, or just your perspective, how you see things?
No, it actually is. You don't get new eggs. That's why women freeze their eggs. You don't, you know how like men's, you know, sperm, they reproduce them. They're new ones.
Yeah.
Women, you only get one set. That's why the women have that biological clock. It's not like you get new eggs. Your eggs are the same from birth.
I never really looked into it, so yeah.
So
this is
yeah,
interesting.
and they do actually say that there's a health risk the older you are. I think as soon as you get to 35, yeah, from a health point of view, they see you as like on the older end. My friend was 35 or 36 when she had her third child.
Yeah.
And she was seen as what they call geriatric.
Right.
In a medical way, because they thought, okay, you're older now, you're having a kid, you know, there could be more risk. It's not because you cannot have kids.
Yeah.
Everyone is different.
Yeah.
People can have kids up until they stop. You know, you can have your kids in your 40s if you want.
Yeah.
But actually, it is, it's not as safe as if you're doing it when you're 25, for example. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
you might not have known that if you know, you're a male.
I'm not a woman anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah.
Us, we just reproduce it pretty much every day. But now you said that,
yeah, and that's why, as I mentioned, some women, not all, obviously, if they have the ability to freeze their eggs, knowing that they don't want them till they're older, then that means those eggs, maybe when they're 45, their eggs that they froze at 25. So actually, the eggs are only 25 years old. Have you heard of women doing this? Freezing
I
eggs?
heard about it.
Yeah.
I heard about freezing it, but I never knew the concept of the 35 plus is actually still classed as the risk.
Yeah,
and stuff
it is.
like
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
I learned something new today.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I kept banging on, like, I want my kids before I'm 30.
Right.
I always said that I want all my kids before I'm 30 years old. And plus, I don't want to be an old mum. I want to have energy still.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, all right, let's go to the next bit then. What's one thing your past relationships taught you that you carry into your marriage today?
Okay. I think you can learn a lot from every relationship you're in. I don't think there's been one like major thing that I've taken to my current relationship, but I think little bits and bits. The thing that comes to mind is compromise. Compromise matters if you want your relationship to work. You can't have absolutely everything. That's not it's not realistic, and it's not really sustainable. So, you know, you've got to meet in the middle to make it work. However, if we're talking about me personally, like in a selfish point of view, make sure that whatever you want out of a relationship, you're getting it. Don't compromise on that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if there's one key thing that you know you want, don't compromise on that. Put your foot down and make sure that your relationship is giving you what you really want. Otherwise, no matter how much you try to compromise on that one thing, it's not going to work. So always make sure you're getting out what you need. Make sense?
No comment to that one. That's
Yeah.
just you delivered that really well.
Yeah. Thanks.
What's the biggest thing people misunderstood you?
I think, well, I've never asked anyone, but it's just from my own feeling, right? When I mentioned to you at the beginning about being perceived as like the naughty one, the rebel, I feel like people see me as that a little bit. Outspoken, bit naughty, rebel. They misunderstand. The reason I think this is because actually what all of that is that I just have to speak the truth of what I believe. So if I really believe in something, I can't just accept it happening when I don't believe it to be right, for example. I believe in fairness, believe in equality and justice and all that kind of stuff. Sound like Miss World, don't I? Peace on. I really believe in stuff like this. And when I just feel like if I think something's unfair and it's not right, I can't just not say anything. And I think that's why I get seen as the rebel or someone that might be a bit naughty, because I have to say it. And maybe some people think, well, you shouldn't really be talking, or it's not your place to say something, you know?
Oh, this is the thing, isn't it? We get criticised for standing on your own values and your perspective for what's correct, what's wrong, and what's not right. We get judged for that, but then you get people saying like, oh, why didn't anyone talk about it? So which one you want us to be? So
Yeah.
obviously myself as well, if there's something that doesn't really fit my morals or your morals, we'll stand up for
Yeah.
that speaking.
Yeah.
So it's just not right, it doesn't sit right, because
Yeah.
we all been there, we're kind of like, I really should have said something.
Yeah.
I really feel bad I didn't.
Yeah.
So ever since then you're like, from now on I'm just gonna talk about it.
Yes. And you know, it doesn't have to be in a horrible, negative way that you say these things, but just to get your point across. And I feel this happens quite a bit with my parents. They might see me, because there's a lot of kids out there that are just yes children. Parents say, yes, okay, do this, yes. They don't really want to say yes, but they do it.
Yeah.
And I get that part as well. Yeah. You just want to be the good child.
Yeah.
But growing up, I think I've always been a bit like, but why? Yeah. But I don't agree with this.
Yeah.
And then you get seen as naughty.
Yeah.
And I think that's I think I'll get seen like that.
Yeah. That's a very Chinese thing to do.
Yeah.
Because like parents trying to pave you that path. And if you take one step out of it just to try something different, they'll be like,
yeah,
get back in line.
Yes, exactly.
I want you to be there.
Yeah.
And it's good and bad. Well, mainly bad, because obviously your own insecurity as a parent, you're just putting your values into your child, but where your child wants to explore somewhere else,
yeah,
it's not fair for the child.
Yeah.
And it's not just like our parents did that to us, it's just many parents in that circle. It's not just Chinese culture, I think many different cultures are the same, but it's just we live in that Chinese culture, we see that Chinese culture.
Yeah.
So I remember like I had some friends, British friends, come round, or I go visit them. Actually, I think that's a better example. Is when I go visit them, I'm so polite. I said, "Can I do this? Can I do that?" I said, "Yeah, just go do it." I was like, "Oh yeah," and Mum pulled me over. I was like, "Don't you normally do this?" Like, "No, this is the first time I ever did this."
Oh.
My mum doesn't let me do this kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, what? This is the normal thing. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't know this is normal.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought everyone eats with chopsticks.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like really early stage when I came back to England. I was just like, no, I just did not understand it.
Yeah.
I could not click straight away.
Yeah.
So like for you, you've been in England most your
My whole life. Yeah.
And obviously I've been in Hong Kong and China for quite a few years. So when I came back, I did not understand it.
Oh.
I did not understand it because
Yeah.
my family were like, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
This is how you're going to walk.
Yeah.
Never when someone's like, oh, did you know that there's a shortcut, you can go this way?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And all those, typical parents, they are like that. You are staying in this lane, this is how you are.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you go this way, they're a bit like, hold on, that's not what you are.
Yeah.
But actually you've got choices. I'll give you an example. There's one elder Chinese person in the Chinese community. I don't think he's a good person.
Right.
And I just mentioned this, I opened it to my parents about it as an older teen, and later on in my life, I just mentioned, I don't remember why this got brought up, but I said, this person's not coming to my wedding in the future, by the way. This is a person that they see as their elder, so they've got to respect them, right? And they were like, your wedding day is nothing to do with you. It's our day, you just be there. I'm talking about Chinese wedding now, as you know, right? So I'm like, me being me, no, if I'm getting married, this person is not coming. I do not want them there. They're not a good person. You know that, I've told you, I'm not having it. And this is another thing, getting seen as the naughty one, because my parents, they know he's not good, but they were going to accept him being there. They're going to invite him because they have to. They never confronted him for doing certain things.
Yeah.
They just brush everything under the carpet.
Yeah.
To the point where they're going to sacrifice their own daughter's happiness.
Yeah. Because he's the elder.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because of that, I didn't have a Chinese wedding. And actually, I as I mentioned to you, I'm actually quite traditional. I would love to have a Chinese wedding as well as my English one.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So this is another misunderstanding. It's not because I'm being naughty.
Yeah.
I want to be traditional. It's what I am. I loved going to all the Chinese weddings growing up, and I never got to have one myself.
Have you been to a few Chinese
Plenty.
weddings? Yeah, they're awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, and my sister had one.
Yeah. Oh, I bet she got a load of gold. Did she get loads of gold?
They got loads of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the normal Chinese stuff. Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons I want to get married.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Get gold bracelets and stuff like that. Because one of my uncle's wife, she was just covered in gold up bracelets and neck and little chains. I was like,
oh, that's mainly when you marry a Chinese person too, though.
Yeah.
Because you got given it from the other side. But my sister didn't marry a Chinese person either.
But my side of the family is Chinese.
Oh, yeah, true.
So they're a little bit on the richer side, but over the other side of the world. So when if I have a Chinese wedding, I'll go over there.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in here. Everyone's too broke over here. So
okay.
But like I said, that's one thing I say. Marriage is not a big thing for me because you did not accept that individual for your wedding, so that's why you didn't have a Chinese one. This is what I meant is bragging rights. You have to show everyone that you're getting married.
Yeah.
You have to show it, and regardless if you like that person or not, it's being invited. That's why you decided not if this person is going to come, I'm not going to have it.
Yeah.
It's precise what I mean.
My parents wouldn't allow it. I actually booked it in and everything, the Chinese wedding, because I thought I'm just going to drop my pride and just have a Chinese wedding just to make my parents happy. I actually did this, and my dad cancelled it. I called up the restaurant. I said, book this date in, we're going to do it. And he said no. So I was prepared to do that.
Just that individual. How many people were invited?
Oh no, I didn't even get invites for anything. I didn't prepare it. I just booked the restaurant in place.
Right.
Just that date. I just basically had to save the date for me, and the person on the phone did it for me. And then I told my dad, and he didn't say anything. He looked like he wanted to cry, to be honest. And he told me to cancel it.
Yeah.
So I had my big day still.
Yeah.
My, English, I say English, typical wedding, white wedding.
Yeah. I think
that was still a really good day.
I think my mum wanted me to get married and have a Chinese thing because she sees everyone like, their sons got married and stuff like that. And I could see it in my mum's eye where I was like, oh, when are we going to have that traditional marriage thing?
You still can.
I still can. I'll say I'm not saying like I'm not going to do it. It's just a little bit later down the line.
Yeah.
But I can see it in their eyes. So like, I would like to have that. Yeah, you got a kid now. You should get married. Yeah. But it's just the opposite way around. So, but we're still young. She's still young anyway. So, yeah.
I always forget how old she is. How much younger is she than you again?
She is 62.
No, I'm talking about your partner.
Oh, my partner.
Yeah.
My partner. I'm 9 years older. Yeah.
She's actually a lot younger than me then as well. I always forget that.
No, you're just a little bit older than me.
Yeah. Who?
You.
I'm not. I'm younger than you.
You're younger than me?
Yeah, like 2 years.
I always get mixed up. I must be thinking something else then.
Well, you think a lot
My
old,
bad.
yeah.
You act old. You act old.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know I act old.
Yeah, you act so mature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a good thing then, I suppose.
Like no one is like, asamama, those sort of like attitudes.
Oh, I never realised you
Wisdom,
thought.
wisdom bombing all the people.
I guess that's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm
Yeah.
just saying like, yeah, any issues you have, talk to Claire.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I would just brush it to your direction. Don't
Oh,
talk to me
okay.
about it. Talk to this girl.
Oh, okay. That's a compliment. Thanks. Angry
Right.
aunt.
Okay. So, if your boys
Mm.
ever hear this in 10 years' time, what do you want them to know about their mum and the woman behind the nose? What the fuck? The noise, sorry.
My nose.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that wrong. I was like, yeah, the noise.
Oh, okay. Right. I'm very open with them now. I've always been. I speak very openly with them because I want them to be aware of real life. They know how I grew up, yeah? So, okay, 10 years down the line, what I'd want to say is always remember that my love for you will never change, and always stand up for what you believe in. Don't let anyone ever stomp you down if you really believe in something. Stand up for yourself and always remember who you are and where you came from, and always be grateful. Yeah. And me personally, if you said the woman behind, you know, I had a harder life than you boys growing up, but I want everything good for you. And I've always wanted to be a better person for you boys.
Yeah.
Everything I do is for you. Yeah, it's why I work so much.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. Good. All right. Let's see what happens in 10 years' time.
Yeah, I mean, Mateo will be like, what? Oh my gosh, he'll be nearly 20. God. Oh, maybe I'll be a grandma by then.
My uncle lives at Newcastle, just came like just earlier this week. Popped out of nowhere. I think he went down south somewhere, I think Cardiff. So like, he just popped out of nowhere on my lunch break. When I came back,
right.
I saw him. I was like, oh, wasn't really expecting you.
Yeah.
He's got a son and a daughter. His son's 20 now. I was like, the last time I saw you, like,
Little kid. Yeah, they grow so quick.
and
10 years can just fly by.
it shows. That's my family is not that tight. One's in Ireland. I never knew.
Yeah.
And then my uncle went to Newcastle because he just want to get out of the circle. So that's
Yeah.
how I've been brought up. It's just like everyone just hate each other.
Oh.
So
Oh, it's all love around here.
yeah, it's the thing. This is the thing I find it really intriguing because your side of the story is so much different to my one. Because not saying that my life is like hate and stuff like that. There's love, but it's just a different way of expressing it.
Yeah, there always is a different way.
Yeah, because like there's no rule book how to bring kids up, or no rule book how to like bring a individual out. Because my mum and dad, this is a topic. Did you know how your mum and dad got married or get to know each other?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, how?
So they met in England.
Yeah.
My mum had a family network. She has support. But my dad, he was on his own by the time they met, I think, because he came over with what I'd call his stepmom.
Yeah.
And and like an auntie or something, but they moved to America. So he ended up alone. And he was so poor, he was working all the time, he ended up being malnourished to the point of it was medically bad, like, you know, he was on the brink of whatever, you know, death or whatever. My mum got introduced to him through that elder that I mentioned.
That one?
That one. And that's how they met. And my mum being, you know, like a good person, wanted to nurture. She saw that he was not getting enough food and she'd like take food to him and stuff and, you know, help him. And she basically saved his life. Like, in reality, she saved his life. And my mum could see that my dad, you know, you met him, he's gentle, he's soft, and she could see he was a good man.
Yeah.
And obviously, what man doesn't want a woman that looks after them, right? They just came together.
Of course.
And that's how it happened, yeah.
So that explains why your dad was a bit upset that you did not let him to you in your marriage.
That's why my dad, what, sorry?
Because you said that gentleman, that you would not let him in your wedding.
Yeah. It's not even that they're upset. It's just that they would have to invite him. It's not that they stand up for him over me.
Right. Okay, I'll get
Yeah,
you
does
now.
that make sense?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just
yeah.
think,
I
oh,
thought he had a sentimental
no,
value of.
no. They will
No.
always, you know, stand with us.
Yeah.
But it was just like, okay, well, we've got to do what we've got to do.
Yeah.
We can't not do it. Again, that's another thing, a cultural thing.
Culture Chinese
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
They thought we can't not have
Yeah.
him there.
Yeah.
You know, people
Yeah.
are going to talk and
This
and
is the
that.
thing I
and-
hate the most.
Yeah.
It's like you have to get the whole package. You can't have parts of it.
Yeah.
You can't have a demo.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
No, yeah.
Like, I just want to cut this piece of pie and then
Yeah.
invite this one.
Yeah, but no, you cannot.
that pie is just
No.
super glued together.
Yeah.
This is the issue.
Yeah.
Right, we can actually talk all day, like, all along. I know that.
There's so much to tell.
Yeah, well, I can make this like a 4 or 5 hour podcast. But
We can
I
always have
to
part 2.
Yeah, part 2. But you know what? Actually, I written a script for. Thank you for this. So bear me one moment.
Okay. Do you want
So
some more
this-
water?
No, I'm
Okay.
fine. So Claire,
Yes.
thank you so much for being in this podcast. Right, I know it takes a lot of courage to open up the way you did today, especially knowing you're someone who values your privacy and like to keep yourself, your personal life and your family life close. In today's world, that's completely understandable. So for you to show up today, speak honestly, share your journey, and it means a lot to me.
You're welcome.
On a personal note, even though we only known each other for a few years, you always stood out to me. Your unique character, strong-witted, funny, a bit cheeky, and we had our fair shares, laugh and deep chats. I've always seen how much we have in common. And that's why I really want you to be here today in this podcast. You're an inspiration to a lot of women out there, whether you realize it or not.
Oh.
You don't just talk, you take action. You got things done even when it's hard. Even when it's messy, yes, you might complain here and there and stuff like that, just the way it is, but you move on. You live your life on your terms, and that's exactly what this podcast is about.
Oh, thanks. I feel honoured. And it's nice that you see me in that way. So, yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for giving me the time to talk.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, it's been good.
Right.
On track, now we on way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Count blessings, yeah, you know we pray up.